morning, day 3 in Cusco. Today I'm going to do a Sacred Valley tour that I just booked yesterday. I have to be at the square at 6:30, and right now it's 6:19. It blows my mind that this is 6:30 in the morning. It looked like this about 5:30 when I woke up. It was pretty bright. The sun rises really early here and sets really early here. I think it goes down around like 6 or 7. But I have to say, it's relatively easy to get around. I already like know direction and where I'm going. As long as I just see a certain thing, I know where I'm going. So it hasn't been bad. And I haven't gotten lost yet. Who's texting me? Nobody. Not a surprise. So yeah, like even going to the square, coming back from the square, going to San Pedro Market, going from San Pedro Market to my hostel, like everything I've been able to do without too much Google Maps, just because it's pretty easy to get around here. Cusco looks so pretty in the morning. All the time, actually. Probably shouldn't be recording that much because I didn't get to charge my second camera battery, so I'm actually gonna save everything until I get to, hopefully until the tour starts actually.
Luego explico, mis amigos, and then explain. Normally, para todos está incluido el almuerzo. For everybody are included the lunch. No?
Okay, first stop, Chinchero. Okay, I just bought this. This is the boleto turístico. It was 130 soles if I bought it yesterday. I mean, if I bought it the day before yesterday with the student discount, it would have been 70 soles. And it's good for 10 days. You can also get a 2-day one, but I wanted to be safe.
Las construcciones, behind of those constructions, allá será el próximo aeropuerto internacional. There will be the next international airport. De acá unos 30 años, from here 30 years. ¿No?
Oh,
30
¿es
years.
bueno o no
Una
bueno?
sola palabra, a simple word, ¿no? La corrupción, ¿no? Nuestros gobernantes, our governments.
Oh wow. Oh my gosh.
No, no vamos a volver. No vamos a volver. ¿Usted cree que vamos a hacer esto?
Wow. Oh my gosh. This is the archaeological site of Chinchero. Look at that!
Connecting to Moray. After Moray to Ollantaytambo. After Ollantaytambo is starting the famous and classic Inca trail arriving to Machu Picchu Santo.
Wow.
The normal traditional Inca trail is 4 days and 3 nights. No? Just 45 kilometers. We had the last marathon, the last competition in 2007. A person exactly from Peru, no from Cusco, exactly from Peru, the other department. From Ancash, making only in 3 hours and 47 minutes running.
Running? Oh my goodness.
Describe. A chasqui or messenger in the Inca's time ran between 35 or 40 kilometers only in 3 hours.
No way!
Yeah, okay. Chicos, por favor.
So he just said this is the start of the Inca Trail. It's not the start, but it's a piece of a small part of the Inca Trail right here.
Hacia Ollantaytambo. Y después de Ollantaytambo, el famoso camino Inca o la trilla Inca que llega a Machu Picchu.
Hacemos secar al sol para que seque. Luego del siguiente proceso pasamos al proceso del hilado.
El maíz o millo, ¿no? The maize or corn is no es grano, is no grain. Es cereal, es cereal. ¿Ah? Sí, de maíz. Y la quinoa, grano. Quinoa es grain.
Sí.
Por aquí amigos, por aquí, vengan, por aquí. Todos juntos, everybody together, close to me. Acá tenemos dos opciones, here are two options. Este lugar, su nombre popular tradicional, about to this place, the popular and traditional name, Moray. Su nombre original, the original name, fue Muyo, was Muyo. ¿Qué significa Muyo? What does mean Muyo? Muyo significa círculo, circunferencia, anillo. The Muyo means the circle, circumference or ring. ¿No? 7 círculos casi perfectos, 7 circles almost perfect. ¿No? Y 7 semicírculos, and 7 semicircles.
This is Moray. You know, my biggest fear is breaking my ankle. Wow, it's hot. This is basically like the Incan greenhouse. They would practice cultivating a lot of greens like quinoa and corn and things here. They found a lot of things and they were able to take things that couldn't grow in higher places or lower places and make them grow by acclimating them here and moving them slowly over the time. These lines were irrigation systems from the eucalyptus trees because there was no water here. So the Incans found a way to bring water here.
Si desean comprar algo, mis amigos, you want to buy something? Diferentes tipos de maíz, different kinds of maize, corn. Allá, mis amigos, como snack. Perdón, a los lados.
O de la época Inca o de Incas época, el río Wilcamayo, de Wilcamayo River, el río sagrado, de Sacred River. Bienvenidos a Salineras, lado derecho, welcome to Salineras, to the right side. Ahí miren, ahí abajo mis amigos, look down there. ¿No? Más de 5,000 pozos, more than 5,000 pools or mines. Cada pozo, cada mina, every pool, every mine, ¿no? Cada mina, cada pozo, every mine, every pool, pertenece a familias distintas, belong to the different families. De la comunidad de Maras, la parte baja, from Maras community up there, ¿no? Y la comunidad de Pichincoto, la parte baja, Pichincoto community to down there.
We've just made it to Ollantaytambo. I'm so sleepy, but we've had an amazing day. It's been so awesome. I've been chatting with a friend I just met from Brazil, so I haven't had a lot of time to talk with my camera, but I'm looking at, I don't even know, this is beautiful. Where's my glasses? Natural refrigerators of the Incas' time, he said.
En esta dirección, en la dirección.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to go slow.
Tomando el camino original, the original way. En el medio de estas terrazas, in the hall bottom of estas terrazas. Nosotros hemos tomado el camino más corto. We take the easy way.
Okay.
Okay.
Gracias.
Muy bien. Well done.
I need a break. Ah. We made it. Wow. Okay, so if anyone is wondering what it would be like to scale this mountain right above Ollantaytambo, stay tuned for the next video because we're gonna do exactly that. Okay, let's get back to the vlog.
Okay. Medio círculo, medio half circle.
Oh my god. This is so freaking gorgeous. I can't even believe how beautiful it is. I'm so glad that I did this tour so that I could get like a taste of Ollantaytambo, and then I have more time afterwards. I'm headed here tomorrow. It is so beautiful. I love the mountains here.
First, my friends. Miren allá abajo, look down there. En la parte plana, in the lower part, in the flat part. Este es el Valle Sagrado de los Incas. That is the sacred valley of the Incas. Este lugar, su nombre es Písac o Písac. About to this place, the name is Písac o Písac. Probablemente, el apellido, un apellido importante de la época Inca. Probably, the important last name belonging to the Incas time. Písac o Písac.
Every trip I have my moment where I cry because I'm so grateful and it's so beautiful, and this might be it. It's beautiful. I want to talk about what my tour guide is explaining right now. So I had seen this symbol all over Peru, and it turns out that this is the Andean cross. Every single side of this symbol represents something, and I thought it was so cool. It represents north, east, south, west, air, fire, earth, water, things like work, love, knowledge, sharing, balance, duality. The coolest part though, this was also used as the calendar, sort of like a sundial.
Después de pasar, after pass, con la sombra, with the shadow, complete el diseño, complete the design. Este es el calendario Inca, this is the Inca's calendar. La cruz andina, la cruz del sur, the South Cross or the Andean Cross.
Whenever I see places like this, it just makes me think, what has happened here? Like, what history, you know? Who stepped here, who died here, who lived here, who loved here, who just, yeah, I guess who lived here. Look at these steps. All of the steps here, you have to really concentrate or else you're gonna fall. back in Cusco. Today was amazing. I highly recommend, I keep saying that, I highly recommend, but I really recommend the Sacred Valley tour. I was afraid it was a lot, way too much packed into one day, but a lot of the sites really were perfectly timed. I really didn't need more than that amount of time. The only place that I really wanted more time was Ollantaytambo, and I'm going there tomorrow. So it was amazing. Both guides that I've had for the tours that I've taken so far were so passionate about their culture, Andean culture, about Incan history, about Cusco and Peruvian history. But I'm definitely going to talk more about it because there's a certain bittersweetness to this trip, knowing that tourism is one of the things ruining the culture and the history of this beautiful country. I'm really conflicted about, you know, trying to be a sustainable tourist coming to Peru. It's difficult because you know that, one, Machu Picchu is literally eroding, and not just Machu Picchu, all of the archaeological sites are wasting away, so to speak, because people touch them, people are walking over them. The amount of disrespect that I've seen when I was on these tours is kind of ridiculous too. You see people climbing up over things, not reading signs, or maybe reading and ignoring signs. And I'm sure sometimes it's a mistake, but if everybody's making the same mistakes, that's how Machu Picchu gets destroyed. I've also learned just like so much history about the Spanish colonization. Unfortunately, this isn't a lot of stuff that we learn in US culture or in US history. But yeah, because like the only thing we learn in the US is barely US history, this skewed version of US history. But anyway, it is pretty bittersweet because you can tell that the guides, they talk about the Spanish and what they've done. And Spain did some really terrible things, especially to Peru. Probably especially to a lot of places, but I've been to Peru now and now I know. Also, there's the corruption of the government that I've learned about. I didn't know that the last 4 Peruvian presidents are in jail for corruption. So that has taken a toll on the preservation of the community. And then lastly, the tourism. I think that worked hand in hand with the corruption. Maybe things got greenlit that shouldn't have been, or things weren't as regulated as they should have been. So it's been an interesting experience, and it's only my 2nd day, but I'm hoping that I'm gonna learn even more. Was this the way I go? Yeah, I'm hoping I learn even more the rest of the days. I can't believe, like I've packed a lot in, but it feels like I've already been here forever and it's only the 2nd full day. I highly recommend the Sacred Valley tour. It was incredible. I learned so much, I saw so much, and I love driving tours. I really recommend driving tours. It's not for everybody. If you get car sick easy, if you sleep in the car, if you don't care to be in a car the whole time, then don't do it. But I think for me, it's a great way to see so much. You see parts of the country that you wouldn't see otherwise. So it's cool. I think it works for me. Now though, I'm exhausted. My original plan was to do the Sacred Valley tour tomorrow as like a one-way on my way to Ollantaytambo, but I realized if I did that, I would pay the same price and lose out on the last spot, which ended up being my favorite spot. So I'm glad that I did it this way, but now that means I didn't get a bus ticket, which I'm not sure if that's a good or bad thing, but it means I didn't get one, so I'm gonna take instead a colectivo. Now, I've taken a colectivo in Mexico. We took it in Oaxaca. I figure colectivo is okay. I'm just, you know, I'm by myself this time, so I'm just gonna hope and pray that everything goes well. So, time to rest. It's been a long day.
¿Es ok? Ya está lista.
I tasted something like this before. I think in Belize. It's so good. That would be dangerous, like if it was in the US. I don't drink soda, but this is really good.